Welcome to the Women and the Bible Show, where we dive deep into God's Word, uncovering truth, wisdom, and faith from a woman's perspective. Together, we explore the stories of Scripture, learn timeless lessons, and discover how God's Word still speaks to us today in every season of our lives. This is the Women and the Bible Show. Welcome back to the Women and the Bible Show. Tonight, we're continuing our series, Part 2, titled, Think Like a Queen. I'm your host, Alice Newsom, and I'm here with my amazing co-host, Maria and Fathenia. Ladies, Part 2, are we ready?
Oh, yes, because today we get into Esther's strategy. This is where her courage turns into action.
And not just action, but smart, intentional, God-guided action. This queen used wisdom, timing, influence, and discernment to save her people.
What amazes me is how Esther didn't rush. She used patience, relationship, and emotional intelligence. Now that's queen-level thinking.
And I think women today need this, knowing that you don't have to use force to be powerful. Esther teaches us that influence is often stronger than intimidation.
Follow along with us as we read selective text of scripture to complete Esther's story.
All right, ladies, let's get into it.
Okay.
Let's get into Part 2, Think Like a Queen. So we're going to start with Esther chapter 5, verses 1 and 2, and I am going to read that text. It says, on the third day, Esther put on her royal robes and stood in the inner court of the palace, in front of the king's hall. The king was sitting on his royal throne in the hall, facing the entrance. When he saw Queen Esther standing in the court, he was pleased with her and held out to her the gold scepter that was in his hand. So Esther approached and touched the tip of the scepter. All right, so here we are picking up from where we just left off in chapter 4. When chapter 4, Esther had decided to go. She had decided to fast and to pray and to go in 3 days in the king's presence. And so here she is. She's walked into the king's presence. It's the third day. And what did Esther do? It says she put on what?
Royal robes.
Her royal robes. And what did she do?
Stood in the inner court.
Yes, she did. In the inner court of the palace, in front of the king's. Yes, in front of the king. And the king was sitting there on his throne in the hall, and he was facing the entrance. And then when he saw Queen Esther standing in the court, yes, what was he? He was pleased. He was pleased. He was pleased, and he held out the gold scepter. Now let's look at Esther. Okay, now she is standing in front of the king, okay, in front of his court. Now, imagine how she's dressed.
That's what I was thinking. Like, she
imagine.
is dressed.
She is dressed.
royal.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. And how is she walking? How is her posture?
Regal
Yes.
with a little bit of sex.
Hey, she is.
And a whole lot of God confidence. She
Yes.
just came off of a 3
3
day
days.
Yes. Yes.
I believe
She
that
knows she
3
was
day
ready.
fast
Mhm.
also was to touch his heart so that God would deal with him and have him prepared and ready to give the right answer, to do the right thing towards her. He was ready when she stood in the hallway. He was ready. Saw her. He was beside her. Come here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, remember, Esther had said to Mordecai, I haven't been before the king in
in
30
30
days.
days.
Yes. And so the king saw Esther walking up. Yes. He said, hey.
Come on. Putting that something out.
All right. So we see that Esther, she firstly kept her word. 3 days after the fast was over, she went. Yes. She was looking good. And when you go before someone who has the answer to your dilemma, you are to dress appropriately. That's something for today. When you are in a situation and you're walking in front of someone who can help you, dress appropriately and walk confidently with your head held high.
Go expecting things to go your way.
Yes, exactly. Expectation. That's good. All right, Maria, read.
Verse 3, and the king said to her, "What is it, Queen Esther? What is your request? It shall be given you, even to the half of my kingdom." And Esther said, "If it please the king, let the king and Haman come today to a feast that I have prepared for the king." Then the king said, "Bring Haman quickly, so that we may do as Esther has asked." So the king and Haman came to the feast that Esther had prepared. And as they were drinking wine after the feast, the king said to Esther, "What is your wish? It shall be granted you. And what is your request? Even to the half of my kingdom it shall be fulfilled." Then Esther answered, "My wish and my request is, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my wish and fulfill my request, let the king and Haman come to the feast that I will prepare for them, and tomorrow I will do as the king has said."
All right, let's talk about that. All right.
He's like, "What do you want?"
Yes.
Even up to half of my kingdom, you can have it. What is
half of the kingdom? You telling me them 3 days of fasting and praying ain't work?
He like, I don't know what
you want, baby.
What you want? Just take it, whatever.
Just what do you want?
And it just it goes to what you said, because when we come before the Lord with the right posture, when we've prepared to be in his presence, he said, "Ask what you will."
He did.
He said, "Ask what you will."
He did.
So he's in a hurry to give us. So it's the same with us, but no, we want to come into this new time. Everything is what we want to do. So it's like, if I go to a job, now if I'm on a job, I dress the way the people expect me to dress on that job. But now, no, I should be able to wear my bonnet to work. I should be able to wear jeans and flip-flops and, in a professional environment. We want to do what we want to do, but we want God to bless it. It's like, no, it's just not gonna. There's a way that you have to carry yourself. There's a way that you need to dress. There's a way, and I always, when I'm teaching my class, I bring up Queen Elizabeth. When you saw her in public,
she was the queen.
She was the queen.
She was the queen.
She was dressed, and she didn't have a choice. When you're a queen, this is how you carry yourself.
That's true.
When you're royalty, this is how you carry yourself. And so if we're royalty, we're a royal priesthood, holy nation, chosen generation. How do we carry ourselves?
There are certain requirements. Certain expectations.
Yes.
Well, we don't want that.
No.
We want to do it the way we want.
We do.
We do.
So we do.
We do.
And we want what you got for me. But I want to do it the way I want to do it, but I still want you to give me what I'm asking for. Yeah.
And then she began to build up that anticipation.
Yes.
So it was like, I'm just going to, he's going to be bursting, wondering what I want. Because I'm like, what do you want? You want? She's like, "Oh, I just want you to come to dinner tomorrow, and then I'll tell you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he couldn't stand it. He probably was thinking all night.
I noticed in this scripture that Esther had already prepared a banquet for tomorrow. And the banquet was for her enemy.
Yes.
The banquet is for her enemy.
The devil think he's a strategic.
The
but God is really
for
strategic.
Her enemy. And do you see how she kept her composure the very first day? She's with Haman, the guy who wants to kill her and her family, her people, not just her family, her everybody, every Jew. But here she is, gracious, Oh my gosh, can you imagine her? Her composure. Oh my goodness, she was strong.
Yeah, very.
That was a very strong, bold move. I'm serving you tea. How are you, Haney?
I'm going to serve you tomorrow.
Yes, I prepared a banquet today already. Today, when she walked into the king's court, she had already prepared a banquet for Haman and the king. Yes, and so they rushed over to Esther's banquet. And here is this enemy, and I'm smiling and being cordial with you and laughing at your jokes. Yes. She's entertaining the enemy.
God got our back.
Yeah. She knew that.
Yes.
My daddy gonna take
She knew that.
Take care of me.
But just look at her. Look at her posture. Wow. I'm blown away by that.
The strength of
I'm blown away.
Because you still, keep in mind, you still in the back of your mind know that this thing is going out to kill your people. You still have no resolve yet. You haven't talked to the king about anything yet. But you're moving with such poise and confidence.
Well, and of course, fasting strengthens your spirit. So
It does.
it's when you fast and pray, you can do things that you normally would not do.
That's true.
You know, it puts you in a place to accomplish supernatural things. And to be able to do that in the face of everything.
Yes.
Normal.
Yes.
Yeah. It took a lot.
She had a smile on her face. She was composed. She was gracious. Oh my goodness.
Think about it, make you
queenly. That's how you think. How do we think like a queen? Think like a queen.
And you know, we as women, a lot of times we know how to get the desired result. We know how to navigate a room. You know, we know how to, communicate in ways, not just with our words, but with our actions to get a desired result. And so that, and with the confidence in God, you can take all of that and just, do it the way you want it. Put all the pieces in place, how you want them to be.
Just playing a chess game.
She was.
Yes, she was. She led them on, both the king and Haman. And they were eating out of her hand.
They really were.
Well, they
Yes,
said
they
it's
were.
way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
She knew.
She knew. Way back then.
Yes. She knew.
She began her answers to the king every time he asked her something. If the king regards me with favor.
Yes, it's a king favor.
Yes, if the king favors me. She had him eating.
Making him think
oh
he was
my
extra.
gosh.
How?
To boost his
to the
ego.
king. 'Cause
Yes,
sometimes
exactly.
we don't know how to talk to the king. We want to talk to the fool. She knew how to talk to the king.
That's why I think she had wise counsel from Haggai,
Yeah.
her
And even
person who
Mordecai.
helped her.
Yeah.
Yes,
the guy
Mordecai.
and
Yeah,
whoever else
Mordecai
was there
too.
to
Yes. But Haggai, he was in the king's palace.
Right.
He trained Esther to be a queen. So he knew what the king likes. He knew how to approach the king. He knew how to get to the king's heart. He knew that before Esther became queen, because he had put that in Esther. Yeah, he helped Esther with that in her preparation, yes, to become queen. Yes. So also, she pushed things off to tomorrow, and she invited the enemy to dinner again. And I said, well, maybe she was still trying to put the pieces together. Maybe she was still trying to figure it out. Or maybe she was instructed by Haggai.
I would say a mind game.
Yeah.
Right? Strategic, right?
Yeah, strategic.
Because she had him thinking that he was being rewarded for
Mhm.
being
Yes.
da da da
Yes.
da.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
He got the
Yes.
brag.
ego.
Yes.
It's ego.
Yes.
Ego. He
Pride.
done went
Yes.
home and he bragged about,
Mhm.
having the meal with
Yes.
king and the queen.
Mhm.
And tomorrow, oh, I know this gonna happen tomorrow.
Mhm.
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 Your
Yes.
ego.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That
She
pride.
stroked
Stroke
his
that ego.
ego.
Yeah.
Stroke
Yes,
that
she
ego.
did.
She
She
triggered that
stroked.
pride in him.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
Which let his guard
pride
down,
go,
Yeah.
right?
because pride goes before destruction.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm thinking
going
about that
down.
Haggai again because Haggai knew Haman as well. And so he knew about Haman and his pride and how Haman liked to be worshipped because that's where this all started from. Not falling
Man,
down
falling
and
down
worship.
and worship him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You ain't never
Yes.
by yourself. She
Mm-mm.
was about herself. God had people there
Mhm.
That's right.
position to
Yes.
nurture her, train her,
Yes.
all of the things.
Mhm.
And he gives us something hard to do when he has something that he has designed for you particularly to do. It ain't you not by yourself.
That's right.
He's going to put people in place
Mhm.
to help you accomplish what he's giving you to do. He's not just going to push you out there by yourself.
Mhm.
We have to know who listen to you, wise counsel, but he ain't just leave her by herself.
Never would. Hey, we have something special for you. Listen to this. Hey, ladies, I've created something I know you're going to love. It's called the Women and the Bible Devotional. It's a free 7-day journey filled with scriptures, reflections, and prayers designed to help you grow in faith and remind you of who God says you are. You can grab your free copy today. Just DM me the word Bible, and I'll send you the link. Yes, that's right. DM me the word Bible, and I'll send you the link. Let's grow together, ladies. Thanks for watching. Like and share now. All right, Bithynia, pick up in chapter 7, verses 1 through 6.
Chapter 7, verse 1. So the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, What is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed even to the half of the kingdom. Baby, he ready to give her everything he want. Then Esther the queen answered and said, If I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue, although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage. Then the king Azarias answered and said unto Esther the queen, Who is he, and where is he? Thou dost presume in his heart to do so. And Esther said, The adversary, the enemy, is the wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. He sit right next to you. Honey. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. He's sitting right next to you.
This vile Haman. She played her cards really well. Really well.
So he been thinking all night long because he's still saying, what is it that you want?
Yeah.
As soon as you get into the banquet, as soon as you get in the banquet, it's the second day. What is it? What's your petition?
Yes.
Haman just
Oh,
enjoyed
he probably
himself.
sit
Oh,
back
he
here getting fat. Like,
is.
oh,
He is.
it's full of pride.
Uh-huh.
Full of
Yeah.
pride. And
Yes.
And
You
then
know-
it's like,
Mm-hmm.
boom, the
Boom.
hammer
He said,
dropped.
wait, what she
What?
said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
Yeah.
I bet the life just drained out of him. I can
Imagine his
imagine.
face.
Oh, God. He probably wanted to faint.
He probably did.
So that was it. He knew that was it.
Dropped his fork or whatever.
Mm-hmm. What did she want? She wanted her life spared
and her
people life to be spared. And the king said, what's going on?
Like, who's over?
Exactly. Exactly.
Who did
And
this?
who?
Who take care?
Exactly. Yes, you have my favor, whatever you want, up to half of my kingdom. So what is it? Who is it? And she said, him. This vile Haman. So we see that Esther again began her answer with that humility. If I have found favor with you, your majesty. And then she requested her life and the life of her people. And she started with herself, what she needed. Then she brought her people in. So as we continue to read this story, you'll see that King Xerxes was upset. He was hot. And he got up and went outside to the garden. He was so hot, he needed some fresh air. He needed to get some air. Yeah. So this left Haman and Esther in the room together. So Esther must have been on a sofa or some type of a seating chase lounge or something. Esther seated and Haman falls at her feet trying to beg for his life because he knew it was over. And so the king walks in at that time, and what does it look like?
So you trying to molest that queen?
You trying to take advantage of it?
Yeah, you going too far.
The most.
And what did the king do? He ordered Haman to be hanged. Yes. So we didn't talk about the part where Haman was so prideful after the first banquet. He went and set up gallows
to hang
for Mordecai.
Right.
So what you
For Mordecai.
Yeah. Will you dig a ditch for me?
Where's that
understand?
ditch?
You gotta
Yes.
walk this same street. Okay.
The king was irate. He ordered Haman to be hanged, and like you said, Haman was hung on the gallows prepared for Mordecai. That he prepared for Mordecai. So he's getting hung on his own gallows. Wow.
Your own words.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Now, Maria, let's pick up the story. Chapter 8.
Verse 3.
Yes.
Then Esther spoke again to the king. She fell at his feet and wept and pleaded with him to avert the evil plan of Haman the Agagite and the plot that he had devised against the Jews. When the king held out the golden scepter to Esther, Esther rose and stood before the king, and she said, "If it please the king, and if I have found favor in his sight, and if the thing seems right before the king, and I am pleasing in his eyes, let an order be written to revoke the letters devised by Haman the Agagite, the son of Hammedatha, which he wrote to destroy the Jews who are in all the provinces of the king. For how can I bear to see the calamity that is coming to my people? Or how can I bear to see the destruction of my kindred?" Then King Ahasuerus said to Queen Esther and to Mordecai the Jew, "Behold, I have given Esther the house of Haman, and they have hanged him on the gallows, because he intended to lay hands on the Jews. But you may write as you please with regard to the Jews in the name of the king, and seal it with the king's ring, for an edict written in the name of the king and sealed with the king's ring cannot be revoked." Once the king said, that's
All
it.
right. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
The king said it.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
So that was it. Haman was hung, and the Jews were going to be saved. Yes, so Esther is asking for the king to send another note, to send another decree. Yes, for no document written in the king's name and sealed with his ring can be revoked.
That's right.
So Esther captured the king's heart with her grace and her humility. And Esther requested to write another decree overriding Haman's plan. All right, Parthenia, pick up.
And he wrote in the king Ahasuerus' name and sealed it with the king's ring and sent letters by post on horseback and riders on mules, camels, and young donkeys, wherein the king granted the Jews which were in every city to gather themselves together and to stand for their life, to destroy, slay, and to cause to perish all the power of the people and province that would assault them, both little ones and women, and to take the spoil of them for a prey. Upon one day in all the provinces, the king, namely, upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, the copy of the writing for the commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people, and the Jews should be ready against the day to avenge themselves on their enemies. So pretty much that letter gave them the right to fight back. Not only to fight back, but to kill everything moving all the way down to the little ones. And then take everything they got as they spoil.
But they decided not to do that. They decided not to take the spoil, but they did fight. And they did kill. And they told how many they killed. The Jews fought back, and they did. They had the right to fight back now because of this new decree sent by Mordecai, written by Mordecai. Mordecai, and stamped with the king's signet ring. Chapter 9, verses 12 and 13 says, the king said to Esther, the Jews have killed and destroyed 500 men and the 10 sons of Haman in the citadel of Susa. What have they done in the rest of the king's provinces? Now, what is your petition? It will be granted you. What is your request? It will also be granted. If it pleases the king, Esther answered, give the Jews in Susa permission to carry out this day's edict tomorrow also, and let Haman's 10 sons be impaled on poles. All right, so there she asked for Haman. Now she wants his sons, and she wants the killing to continue tomorrow. Another day. Another day to rid the Jews of their enemies. What you got?
Haman, the sins of your father. Now your 10 sons are going to die because your heart is so cold, it's so evil. You died, and now your children got to die.
Also, just thinking about how she was still able. He was like, what else is it that you want?
Yes.
And it just made me think about, God said he'll open up a window and pour us out blessing. We won't have room enough to receive. Well, we have the right relationship and posture with God. There's no limit to what he'll do. He'll do this, and then you're like, then he'll do this, and then he'll do that, and he'll do that. What else do you need? Okay, and it's just that the blessings keep on coming. The provision keeps on coming. The ways keep being made,
This is so rich for me. I learned that she was a warrior. I didn't know Esther was a warrior. I just thought she was this pretty little girl. with a nice little figure and became queen and said, if I perish, I perish. I'm going to see the king. You've come into this position for such a time as this. That's basically what I know about Esther. The reason I say Esther is a warrior, because she said, kill Haman's 10 sons.
Yep. As a matter of fact,
She didn't even hesitate.
I want I want his life first.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is what I want. Now I want the war. I want my people to be able to defend themselves.
Yes.
Right? They're going to kill. They're going to do whatever they need to do.
2 days to kill him. That's a warrior.
I know what I need to do to get rid of the enemy.
There you go.
Can't play with it. You got to kill the root.
There you go.
That way it can't come
There
back.
you go. There you go. Now, I researched. I said, now, why would Esther say that? Why would she say kill his 10 sons? Okay, so I have some reasons here. It said it was to make a public statement that the threat was truly finished. In ancient Persia, public display of an executed enemy was a way to show the danger is over and the enemy's power has been broken. Hanging his son showed the entire plot was dismantled from the roots.
Let's think about it. Had she not killed the sons, they may have wanted to take vengeance
Exactly
for the death of their father.
Listen, it's 10 of them. The probability of somebody turning out like him is going to be great. You got 10 sons? Like, no, we got to kill this right here.
It also says it was to prevent anyone from romanticizing Haman or reviving his agenda. Just look at the insurrection. Now it's romanticized. Like, oh, this was a great thing. That's a lie. That's a lie. Yeah, we know. We know.
A whole nother story.
Yes. And this one surprised me. I said, what? It says it was to honor and complete what God told Saul to do. Remember, Saul was supposed to kill the Aggites. This was Haman's ancestors.
Their descendants.
Yeah, he was a descendant of the Agag. Saul. This is what cost Saul the kingship. These very people. These very people. I said, wow, I didn't realize that.
And this is how
I didn't know that.
That's why if you don't take care of something, it's going to come back around. Might not be
lay dormant for a little bit.
Yeah,
but it's going to rise its ugly head and come back to bite you. So if God say kill it, cut it off.
What he say, no loose ends.
You got to cut.
All right, ladies. That is our show on Esther. Think like a queen. What you think? Has that elevated our thought process?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's give our final words or words of encouragement or greatest takeaways, whatever you want to say.
I would say, as it was brought up, Esther was a warrior. She took authority once she was in that position and had gotten the ball rolling with things. She didn't drop the ball. She kept, I want this to happen. I want this to happen. This is what's going to happen. And so I think a lot of times we will get out there and then we back up a little bit. But she went all the way in, and that's what we have to do. When God has commanded us, we take authority, we're strategic, we listen to God, we follow his instruction, and he'll tell us exactly what to do so that we can get to the root of what it is, kill it so it doesn't come back. And that's what Esther did. So whatever roots you have that are causing you pain in this season, find it, kill it, deal with it aggressively.
Like you said, Maria, don't play with the enemy. When it's time, if God is telling you to get rid of something, to kill that thing, you got to kill it. You can't let nothing live, because if you let it live, it will rise up and overtake you. So when you're killing whatever it is, if you're killing your flesh, if you're killing certain desires that are not of God. Whatever it is, you have to kill it and mean it. Don't let it rise again. That's my tip.
Esther really surprised me. Not only was she beautiful, not only was she gracious, she was a warrior. And she fought in the spirit as well as in the physical realm. So she started off fighting with prayer and fasting, humbling herself before God, and inviting everyone else, not inviting them, telling them, fast for me. So if you're in a situation and you need some help, get some people who can fast for you, pray for you. Because there is a war going on. There are things happening in everybody's life. You need the people. You need help. You can approach God yourself, but it's so much powerful when 2 or 3 are gathered in his name and he's among us and he answers us. And we have to also have that spirit of expectation. We have to expect God to answer. We have to expect that our request will be granted if it pleases you, Lord. Grant my request. Let's learn some lessons from Esther. Let's learn to think like a queen in our everyday lives. I hope you enjoyed Think Like a Queen. I hope you did. I enjoyed it. I learned some things that I didn't know about Esther. So, yes, Think Like a Queen. Thank you for joining us on the Women and the Bible Show, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for watching the Women and the Bible Show. We hope you've been inspired to read the Bible and deepen your personal relationship with God. Like, share, and follow, and tag 3 women and tell them to watch the show. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed.